Can hear you.
See. It's been a while. I've been here, I think a week plus. So bear with me. Might be a little bit rusty, but it's all good. So if you guys can hear me, can someone just because I can hear anybody. I don't know why I can't hear anybody.
I can hear you.
I can hear you, boss.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good confirmation. So, okay, beautiful. Welcome, guys. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys had a good trading week last week. I wasn't in. I was actually out. I traveled. So, let me mute everybody for a second. If you just want to speak, you can just type up or get in contact on the chat box. So I traveled last week, so I was unable to actually have the webinar. So I sincerely apologize for that. It's something that just happened spontaneously. So I just had to quickly, sort that out. That being said, I don't know if you guys traded last week. I never traded last week, so I was just quite focused on a few things. But I'm just going to quickly relay back to the upper week. I think we had the gold. So for the guys that traded gold the other week, remember we said, the guys that went in from here, we said exit is at this point, the triple top. And then we should expect gold to bounce back down. And guess what? Gold literally did that, came back down. I was expecting maybe 300 pips at this zone, because I was expecting it to get to the moving averages and then, maybe consolidate or bounce back up. But I consolidated a little bit and then came all the way down, which then gave an extra 800 plus pips. But I mean, I can't remember why I drew this line here, but when this is the PZ support region, whoever took 300, good, you made some good profit. If you took more than that, man, I salute you, So that's that one. Before I start today's session, before I go through today's what's it called? Today's analysis, does anyone have any questions in regards to anything that they feel, maybe any suggestions that they want me to look into, or anything they want me to look into? And if you have a trade specifically you want me to look into, because I haven't done any analysis at all, you can type it in the chat room. I can actually check those as well as we go along. So if you have any suggestions, any questions, and any analysis you want me to carry out today, please feel free to type it up and let me know. Okay, so let me see. Okay, someone got some. Okay, we should look at gold. Okay, no problem. We're gonna get into gold. We're gonna look at that. It's dropping some good cash, Whoa, I just saw Nasdaq right now. Nasdaq GBP card. I'm running from these GBP, man. Okay, GBP AUD. Okay, go GBP AUD, GBP card, gold, Nasdaq. Okay, cool. All right. Let's quickly crack on then. So I'm going to move fast because of time. We go like 40 minutes. I like to keep it that way. That's why I didn't really get the premium for these Zoom stuff. Okay, I traded gold and then current last week. Is profit. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah, gold is literally looking good. It's literally playing out this exact way we expect it to play out. So let's go COT report. We'll go seasonality. And cryptos are moving mad as well. Cryptos are actually moving mad, but I haven't really checked into cryptos just yet. But I know that we are approaching a season for, I think, Bitcoin to go up even more. So I'm going to check that too. Okay, so we have the COT, seasonality, and probability. So let's do this with a quick flash. Let's see what gold is saying. Okay, before we look into gold, let's see what gold is saying. So as of the 14th, which was last week, we see gold. They're taking out, the commercials are taking out positions from the short side and the long side. So it seemed a little bit confused. These guys are adding more position to the long side and non-commercials. But because of the taking out positions, right, we can't really say exactly what we should need to do because everything is confusing around gold based on this data. What we can see is gold is stagnant. So just from looking at the COT report, I wouldn't even want to touch gold, right? Stagnant right now. So it's something you have to be, very careful about. Yeah, crypto, yeah. The bull season is around the corner. So we're looking at this with gold. I wouldn't really want to touch gold personally. you know, based on history from my experience of trading, when this thing does like that, I just tend to let it go. I like the full alignment. When we get all that full alignment, we stand a better chance of winning. But nevertheless, let me see what the seasonality of gold is saying. Okay. So according to the seasonality of gold, right, there isn't a very straight correlation. I mean, the 5 years is saying we're going to have a drop, 40 years is saying a climb, 15 years is saying a little bit of climb, then a drop. So gold doesn't look that good. So personally, I would stay away from gold. Okay, that literally sums it up for gold. Right. Let's say if I check CHF, let me go to GBP. So I'm going to check GBP, and I go to listed. Got it. Right. Beautiful. It's always good to stay patient, Aslan. So let's just let gold move. You know. Oh wow, GBP also is not looking good. We got that 67 down. That's a lot of position. Wow, these guys took out this much position on the long and this much on the short. There's something going on with the GBP economy that's not. Ooh, man, this is looking all fracted, man. This is not looking good for GBP. I feel like GBP is about to be heavily manipulated. You know, go massive position, pumping up, then down, up, then poof, all the way down. So let's see what this is down, by the way. You know, even though they've taken out position from their long side and the short side, both sides, we can see they took out more position from their long in comparison to their shorts. So, which means that you know, short will have more power than the long. Nevertheless, though, I like to see fresh new positions being added to the shorts or the long to conclude what's going to happen. But the good sign is these guys are adding to their long side, so they'll give us some liquidity to take some money. Right, so let's see what GBP is going to be looking like in regards to the futures. If we see something good in GBP in regards to the short, we might be able to take it, but keep in mind that'll be heavy risk. So, okay. All right. Yeah, GBP is looking like a short for the 21st, but the 40 years doesn't really give me a good, you know, a good sign. But what I'm seeing here is a short, and you can see they've taken out position from the short and both their long, so it doesn't really look like they're adding fresh new position. So we're literally banking on the indicator pushing down, which then looks good because as we see that massive slight drop right there, you know, there's that massive slide also looking like that on the seasonality. So what we can see is most likely GBP going to lose strength. So in that case, we want me to look at GBP, AUD, and GBP CAD. Right, so let's check GBP CAD and GBP AUD on CAD. Then we'll check GBP AUD. All right, let's see what that does. Okay, GBP CAD. Oh, by the way, we fixed the website. We had massive volume of traffic coming in the last time, so that's why we had the slowdown the last time we had the webinar. So this time around, it's all fixed. So we good. So let's see GBP CAD. September, right? The 19th. So now with GBP CAD from the 20th, you know, we see that drop, but then we see that buying power come in 3 days straight after, and then that drop. I personally won't trade this because of, I want something clean, you know, going down all the way clean. So for GBP CAD, I won't touch that because there's a conflict right there. And let's see GBP AUD. Same thing goes for GBP AUD. We see that down, but we see that conflict going back up. I personally wouldn't want to touch that neither. You're welcome, Mr. Jonah. So GBP CAD, GBP AUD, those two I wouldn't really want to touch because according to the probability, right, it gives me a down on the Monday, which is the 20th, but then 21st, we got that 64, 64, 84. It doesn't really look that good to me. You know, But in regards to seasonality, it looks like it's going to lose strength. In regards to the COT, we can't really say much because they're not adding any new position to the short side. But this looks like it's going to lose strength. But probability does not confirm any of those moves. So I will let GBP CAD, GBP AUD slide. So let's look at other GBP. So let's see what GBP CHF will do and the likes of the rest. Okay. Euro GBP, USD. Got that already. GBP and ZD. Okay. So let's see what GBP CHF, JPY, Euro, USD will do. All right. So what we're expecting is a selling power. You know, anything sell from 21st. All right. Okay. So 21st, we got on CHF, we got 2 days that we might go down, and then we got 2 days coming back up. I won't touch this neither. I mean, I need 3 days just in case the first day flops, the second flop, the third one, you can actually get that move in your direction and, you know, pull down. Not that I'm saying first 2 days will flop, but, you know, I just like to have that third security just in case. I see it works better when you have 3 days in a row. So, if you CHF, I won't touch it. And keep in mind, this is not a rushing game, you know. You just want to have that precise trade for you that you're comfortable with trading, and then you take it. GBP, JPY doesn't really look good neither, 50-50, so take that out. Yeah, I get to USD in a second. Thank you. USD CHF, I'll check that too. Right. Okay. Right. Okay, Euro gives us 2 days straight, but we got third day pulling down. And no, so I won't touch Euro neither. And GBP USD. No, so GBP USD doesn't really, I mean, 22nd looks okay. Then we have that 50-50 and that, but that would literally be me risking, you know, risking this trade. I can check GBP USD, but it would be a risk. So since we know gold is no longer in play for now, we'll take that away. See GBP USD. Nah, I don't even want to risk it. By looking at this, I don't even want to risk it at all. It's literally saying it's going to crash below here, but I don't want to touch that. So doesn't really look that good. Data doesn't really look supportive. So up, down, up, down. I don't like up, down, up, down. So in that case, GBP is not in play. I wouldn't even play GBP at all. Okay. So even though this looks good, it's something to keep an eye on, you know, but I don't see any data supporting. Maybe if, let's say this week, I think Tuesday, this week, Tuesday on the 21st, right? If the new COT data comes into play and we see that short position here, I might be able to maybe risk it on maybe GBP USD, but right now I don't want to touch that. Okay, so those are the, I think there's something else someone else wants me to check. Okay, so we're gonna go CHF AUD. What I'm gonna do now, yeah, Nasdaq. I'm gonna come into Nasdaq for a second. Let me just quickly run through the Forex ones and then go to Nasdaq, because with the Nasdaq one, I don't have a COT data to back that, you know, that claim. So I'm gonna be looking mostly into what's it called, seasonality for that one, and probably probability if there's a probability chart for it. So we've seen that one. So let's check CHF. Let's check JPY. Let's see what that's saying. CHF will look like a buy. So we go CHF long. CHF long. So right, we look good on the long. Then JPY go short. JPY COT go short. Euro, USD. Have we checked CAD? I've forgotten now. Yeah, no, we haven't checked CAD yet. CAD, then we'll go AUD. No. AUD, then NZD. Okay. So Euro position taken out of both sides. So Euro is not in play. Dollar is in play short. All right. Okay. CAD long. All right. AUD. Oh, wow. No, from just looking at this AUD, I think I can actually trade it against the GBP, as someone has already stated, because it looks good on the long. That's a lot of volume being put into the long position, and they've been long for a while now. So we haven't seen that move play out. So AUD might actually go on a long very soon, but we'll see what that looks like on the seasonality. So, and then NZD, we don't need to play this, even though that looks short. Oh wow, that's a massive drop. They've taken out the long positions. And these guys are taking out their positions. The commercials are taking out their positions from the long side. They've taken out all their long positions in this. So AUD NZD might actually be good as well. So in regards to long. So right, let's look at AUD. See what we have there. This is what I don't like. It doesn't look good. I mean, it looks like it's gonna fall up until around here. Right here, the 5 years and the 32 years correlate. So up until this looks like next week move for the AUD. Dow Jones, okay, okay. Dow Jones, all right. I'm not sure I have data for that, but I'll check. Right. As much as AUD looks tempting right now, I wouldn't trade it because it's not ready to go long up until this date on the 5th of next month or 29th of this month. So AUD might not be a good play. So I'm going to take that out. CHF long. See. I'm being very careful with my pickings because I've had a good run so far in the trade, so I don't want to lose the money I've accumulated, especially from the gold trade. That's a good amount of money. Okay. CHF. Oh. No. Markets seem to be inverse so far from what I've seen. So JPY is short. Let's see. All we just need to do is look for one that aligns properly, and we might be good to go. 24th. That's on Friday, so that's next week. So this doesn't really look good. USD, let's see what USD is saying. All right. Wow. What's this? All right. USD saying short. 21, that's a day. I don't like that. I don't like this neither. This is confusing. We might not have a trade this week. All right. That's the beauty of trading. If you don't have a trade, you don't have to trade. Right. No. So from what I can see anyway, that doesn't seem to be, all the Forex pair this week doesn't really seem to be favorable. Anyway, from my own techniques of trading, GBP seemed to be a bit favorable, but it could be very risky. And I don't want to risk a trade. If I don't have to risk, I don't want to risk. So in regards to that, I wouldn't even touch it. I mean, I would observe from tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is GBP, I'm going to observe GBP from tomorrow. If GBP tends to drop from tomorrow, I might trade the asset, but from the outlook of it, it doesn't really look that good for me. Let me see in regards to AUD, because we saw AUD tend to be pumping. So this is me just trying to put in a little technicals around GBP AUD. Okay, with GBP AUD, maybe I might trade this because the William also says down and price is pulling up. You know, it's pulled up to an adequate place. I would ideally like to see price get to somewhere around here. You know, but I wouldn't trade it. So personally, for me, according to analysis, it doesn't really look good. So I would stay away. I would literally stay away from most of it. GBP might be the only one that might give something. Maybe AUD might give something. I'm not sure. So I'm going to let that be. So let's go check Nasdaq and see what the other ones are saying. We'll check Bitcoin as well. So let's see Nasdaq. Now with Nasdaq, I want to be very careful because we do not have, I don't think we have we don't have a probability data to support it. Neither do we have the COT to support this. So it's just one asset by itself that we're looking at from the one technique we're looking at. So on the 19th with Nasdaq, what we should see ideally from that is going down. So let's see what we can find on Trading View. All right. All right. Just want to look at, you know, let's see what it looks like on Trading View. I'll change that to candlestick quickly. So, okay. So from this, what we can see is this, trace it all the way up. Did this move happen here on the 24th of August? All right, so yeah. So according to the seasonality, right, Nasdaq was meant to bottom out and then around the 24th of August should take off. But it did bottom out, but it took off at the 19th, a few days earlier. It didn't take off exactly on the 24th right here. So it's taken off before that time. And then, you know, right here, 7th of September was the highest point. So let's see. When it got to September, it started consolidating. And 7th was literally part of the highest point right here. So it was the highest right here, was also the highest right here. So it consolidated till the 7th, which was kind of what happened right here anyway. And then meant to get to on the 15th or the 19th, it should start dropping, which right here started dropping from the 7th, but the 15th right here didn't really have a drop. So 19th, we might actually see a drop on Nasdaq. Okay. So Nasdaq, we might actually see a drop. There might be that drop coming from here. up until, let's say, maybe around here, 26. So the entire week on Nasdaq, we might actually see this go down. Maybe price comes to somewhere around here. So we might see price actually get somewhere here with Nasdaq. So 15,060, somewhere around there at least this week. Just looking at the what's it called? Looking at the seasonality alone, and from there to there, that's about 305 pips. So that's about 305 pips to take from it, from where it is right now. If price actually does fall to this spot right here. So that's something I think might be worth looking at, but personally, because of I do not have more data to support it, I ideally like to have more and more data to support what I'm looking at. Then I'll be saying you should be very careful. So price getting somewhere around here. So maybe entry will be somewhere around here. Somewhere around here, price comes back to retest here, then ends up dropping to around this, 1500. So round number basically, 15,000. My bad. So round number to 15,000. So where it is right now, from 5,300 to 15,000 will be the aim for that one in regards to Nasdaq. Okay. So I mean, looking at all the other forex, it doesn't really look that good. So Nasdaq, that's that one. So I wanted us to look at Dow Jones. I do not have data to support that. I do not really have data to support that. So it's literally me flying, it's kind of like flying blind. So I wouldn't really want to look into it because I do not have the data for it. What I can look at in contrast is Bitcoin. So I can look at Bitcoin, for example, and see ideally what to expect. From what I'm seeing anyway, from the 25th, let me see if I can find Bitcoin right here. Yeah. Look at Bitcoin. Oh, wow. That literally, okay, yeah, I remember this. That was expected. So Bitcoin started falling from the, when is this? Oh, no, this I did not remember actually. I was thinking about something else. I was thinking about this. So 7th of September, we had that drop. Let me see if we had any drop anticipated. So on the 6th right here was when we expected the drop, and that drop should have lasted until 25th, but 13th we should see a kickback. So that drop happened at the 6th was actually the highest point. So 7th, so it's following until 13th. Wait, hold on. Oh wow, this is actually following it. 6th to 13th. Why am I surprised? It's actually following what's happening based on date. And then we see that kick back up until the 18th. Let me see, 17. Yeah, so 17 was where we saw it up until, and then probably 18 started dropping till 25th. So consolidate 17, 18, okay, and it started dropping. So most likely Bitcoin is actually going to drop until the 25th, which is Saturday, right there. And then Bitcoin takes off. So if you want to buy Bitcoin, actually I'm buying Bitcoin. From here would be September 25th will be the time to buy. Around September 25th. Keep in mind, we do not have probability to give us the exact date, but around that would be the time to buy Bitcoin for the long end. We have to hold that up until December. I remember we had this move last year. We did this move last year. We actually did this move last year and we held up until here. I came out here, but price kept going higher and higher and higher. So what I would do this year again is go back in somewhere around here, maybe 45,000 possibly, and then trade that up until I don't know where Bitcoin is going to go this time around. Because last year, I remember we did that. We did that from around somewhere around here. You guys were with me last year anyway. Those guys that were with me last year, we traded that up until somewhere around, I think I exited right here, and then Bitcoin went all the way up. So I took only from here till around here. And Bitcoin went all the way up here. So this year, I have no clue where it's gonna go to, but I'm gonna hold on this time around. I'm definitely gonna hold on. So go in somewhere around here and then exit. So I'm gonna put that down as Bitcoin 25th. The only trade I can see right now is Bitcoin 25th. Right, we're going long. That's all I have, literally, guys. That's all I have. I mean, the Nasdaq is there, you know. We expect that to drop, but I'm not just gonna put it out there because I don't really trade it that much. So Nasdaq is there and Bitcoin is there. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope this has been helpful. Okay. So does anyone have any questions in regards to what to trade? I mean, I don't want to go against the trend, right? The overall trend is telling me up is coming, so I don't really want to short it. I don't really want to short it. So I want to wait and observe how price moves. Then I just go for the long only, you know. So I want to go for the buy. I want to focus. It's just like having 100% focus on just the buy, so I can actually observe and monitor exactly where I want to look to go into the market, you know. So rather than trying to hunt for the buy and hunt for the sell at the same time, I want to really observe where I should be going in. So I mean, I know that right here would be a good point to be looking at entry, but I don't know specifically where. So this will let me focus and look for exactly where I should go into the market, if you understand what I'm saying. Excuse me. I mean, just looking at it anyway, I'm kind of looking around here. Around here, right here, 45,000 to 44,000. Okay. So is there any further questions in regards to that? This is all I have, because if I don't have a trade, I don't want to really stress myself to trade. I want to do other stuff with, you know, with my life. And then when I have a trade to go into, then I do it, you know. And you guys already know I don't really do this for, you know, I don't do this for the cash. I do this for things that I love to do. So that's why I keep on this analysis stuff. So if this is the only thing we have, I think we can just sit down and focus this week and just observe the Bitcoin and then wait for the 25th and get our entry. And we might be holding that up until January. So we don't need to stress about, you know, anything else till January. We might not even need to trade again till January. So, okay, guys, does anybody have any further questions in regards to what to do? If you want to trade Nasdaq, you already know what to do. I mean, it's going to drop. Ideally, we're going to see a drop on Nasdaq. Let me pull up the date one more time so you don't get that confused. God bless you too, brother. God bless you. All right, let me pull up Nasdaq one more time. See what the analysis is going to be. Right. So 19th at least, and probably exit on the 24th. So Nasdaq might actually start falling from today, tomorrow. Yeah, it won't stay long. It's not for long. No, it's not for long. So it's just about 4 days, you know, then we should see a kickback from, you know, because after that, everything does not really align anymore. Exactly. So if it drops, then kick it back up. So that should do more than enough in regards to that. So that's all I have for you guys this week. You know, I want to apologize one more time for not showing up last week. As I said, I had things going on. So if you have any questions, feel free to chat with me in the chat room or on the website. There's someone always on the website anyway. There's a chat box on the website somewhere, you know. And if you need the membership, you just go to business.damempire.co.uk/pricing. You can get the membership at that part, or message me in the Telegram chat room. Okay, so have a lovely week, guys. There's no really that good trade. We can observe GBP this week, but that's all we have. So have a lovely trading week if you trade, and good luck. I'll catch you guys next week with Bitcoin. All right, take care. Bye.